Hello, my name is Sean Lee from the Java team at Microsoft. Nice to meet you. This is the first video in a series that I'm making, and I'll walk you through the basics of building, deploying, and running Java applications on Azure Container Apps. I'm going to do my best to keep these videos short and concise so you can come here, get what you need, and apply what you've learned to your projects. In this episode, we're going to go over deploying Java applications from source code and jar files using Azure Container Apps Cloud Build. Now, there are several reasons why you would want to use this process. Aside from the convenience factor, that is, ACA Cloud Build can also help you promote build consistency, reduce risks from security vulnerabilities, as well as increase performance by automatically fitting JVM memory for your Java applications running inside the container. To learn more about how automatically JVM memory fits inside of ACA, check out my blog from the link in the description. Now, to deploy either from your source code or jar file, the steps are really simple. Let's start from Azure CLI. So I've already got the command in my terminal. Let me run the command. And the structure of this command is as follows. AZ container app create -- name. This is where you specify the name of your app. -- artifact. This is where the magic happens. So with this flag, we're instructing the AZ CLI command to pick up the jar file from my target directory, containerize it, and then deploy it into Azure Container Apps. Now notice that here I've also got -- main replica set to be 1. And the reason I do this is because Azure Container Apps is a serverless platform. And unless you have a constant stream of HTTP traffic hitting your app, it will scale to 0. And this is why I set it to 1 for testing / demo purposes. Okay. And lastly, I've defined the ingress rule and opened up port 8080. And this is where we can visit our app from on Azure Container Apps. Okay. And then from the prompt, we see that the cloud build process has already been kicked off. There are various phases of the cloud build process. It'll take anywhere between 40 seconds to upward of a minute, depending on the size of your app and the amount of library it needs to download. So we're gonna fast forward this part. All right, so the build process has now completed, and from the log we see that you can access your app that is deployed from this URL. So let me copy that link and put it in my browser window. Okay, so here is your pet clinic running on Azure Container Apps. And do a simple test. Go to owners, find a list of owners here, and everything is coming up as expected. Okay, so this is one way where you can deploy an app via the Azure CLI. Let me show you guys another cool way to do it. For that, I'm going to head over to my IDE. I'm using IntelliJ, and let me show you how you can deploy directly from source code. And for that, first thing you need to do is to install the Azure Explorer, and this is an IntelliJ plugin you can grab from the IntelliJ marketplace. Once you have that installed, go to the resource group that you want to deploy your app. Right-click on the resource group, under Create, and select Container App. Okay, so over here, it's going to ask you for a couple of things. I'm going to leave the name as default because I don't necessarily care about how to name it in a demo. First, we can tell the IntelliJ whether to deploy from source code or artifact. I'm going to pick source code. I'm going to browse to the folder. So here's my source code folder. I'm just going to simply click open. You can also specify build environment variables here. And then I'm going to do port 8080 because this is the port that the pet clinic is going to listen for traffic. And then again, similar to what I did before, I can set the minimum amount of replica to be 1, as well as the maximum number of replicas. Click OK, and then everything will deploy. You can try this example on your own by following our quick start from the link in the video description. And do me a favor, if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on future updates. Thank you for watching and see you in the next episode.